So a few of you been asking about my port job or gasket matching. This is what I'm talking about. Let's get a light here. So you see that? No brown rings around the edges or nothing like that. This is what it used to look like. See that brown? Right there, I'm opening it up that much on this secondary manifold. And that's what it looks like. That's a rough grind. That's what it used to look like. Rough grind, a little bit better. And this is what it'll end up looking like. Very nice. I did the same thing with the throttle body, and I'm gonna file that down a little bit just because it bugs me. So I did that. Looks good, huh? Did that to the backside as well. The primary manifold. Really opened them up nice. And what I used, I know you're supposed to use a single cross or a single slot burr when you're doing aluminum because it likes to get all balled up. But I'm using something I got from Snap-on, little cross drilled metal burr on my die grinder, pneumatic of course. And then to finish it off, Dremel with 120 grit flap wheel. No polishing or nothing like that, nothing fancy, but it does a pretty good job. As you can see, I mean, look at the size difference. Considerable amount. All right, I'm gonna get to finishing up this secondary manifold. If you look here, all that material has just been taken off. All that everywhere. Oh my goodness. And so that right there, if you were wondering why I had on this little respirator, ear pro for my compressor because it's too dang loud, and of course safety glasses because you don't want to be breathing aluminium or any type of metal. It doesn't belong in you. So this is what it used to look like again. So we're gonna go from that to that, and you see that dark ring around that? That's where it actually seals, so you don't have to worry about any sealing problems. And that. And I have done this on my 4runner the 3VZ, the little V6 that's in there. It has the same concept, has a primary and a secondary manifolds, and it really woke that motor up along with a few other little goodies. So hopefully that this 1UZ, this nice little V8 I got here, really torn down, this nice little V8, hopefully it puts out a little bit more power than that V6. I think some people saw like maybe 80 horse when they put it on the dyno, and I got 37s, 529 gears, and yeah, so it's not exactly fast lane equipped. So yeah, hopefully this will treat it right, get it to breathe a little easier. I think there's a company out in Texas that does 2JZ heads, Supra heads, and they were saying that they could get these heads, the 1UZ heads, to flow close to what a 2JZ head would flow with some porting. And you see, look at the condition of this. I mean, yeah, that's why it's being torn down. Look at that. And even the heads can be port matched, or gasket matched, sorry. You see that little lip right there on the inside of that gasket? Yeah. And even the exhaust ports. Even those exhaust ports are so tiny. It's ridiculous. Alright. So, got the secondary manifold completely done. Gasket matched. It's a pretty aggressive gasket match. Pretty aggressive gasket matching. And a nice kind of port job. Nice kind of port and polish. So that's the top of the secondary. This is where it meets the head. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So now we have this guy. I think what I'm gonna do, see if you can see it here, is I'm gonna open up the throttle body a little more, and I'm gonna ramp it. So can't go wrong with bigger, right? And I already did these guys to match up to the secondary. Kind of hard to see. You guys get the idea. Yeah? So that's going to be the nice breathing system for the V8, for the nice 1UZ. So hopefully I'll get the heads out this week. But for all you wondering about my gasket matching slash port job, port and polish, that's how it's done. It's pretty easy. You can do it with a die grinder and a Dremel, and yep, you can pretty much aug this thing out clear as much as you want to, really. I've seen one gentleman, he actually took this whole center section out and ramped it right down here, and he did the same to those. He took that center section out, and that was super aggressive. I think he said with long tube headers, and yeah, it was an LS 400 with long tube headers and this port, a real aggressive port with this center section chopped out and ramped. He was able to see 35 horse with headers and a port job. So yeah, it's a good looking manifold, isn't it? I like it. Alright, thanks for watching. As you can see, it's dark, so it's time for dinner. Alright, it is the next day, and upon further review of the previous footage, I want to kind of correct something. This is where the throttle body goes to on the primary intake manifold. I realized on the previous little clip I called this a throttle body. I just wanted to clear that up. So what happened, I ended up getting the primary and the secondary all doctored up. I got my injectors in there, all brand new seals, all bench tested and cleaned, and all that good stuff. And my throttle body is actually getting polished, and I think I'm gonna do it this. It's actually bed liner. I kind of like it. So I think I think I'm gonna go bedline on the throttle body just to kind of keep everything looking nice. And the fuel rails, I just kind of polished them up. They didn't really come out that great, but I don't know, it's all right. So yeah, there's the assembled unit. In case you guys were wondering, it looks pretty good, and it's gonna go on the motor all in one piece. So oh, and also, if you guys were wondering what tools I was using, I'll put them in the description box below. You can get them there. They are my affiliate links. So if you want to help out, you know, this video, help me put out more of stuff like this, help me build this beautiful concoction over here, put it in that bad boy, go ahead, feel free to do so, and like and subscribe. And I know the video ain't great, it's my first one, give me a break. So if you guys like it, you know what to do. Hit subscribe, like, share, whatever. If you have a question or anything like that, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, normally pretty quick. So all right, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about this guy. Really opened it up, and all those marks are just all the dirt and carbon and stuff like that I brake cleaned and flamed out of the runners and all that good stuff. All right, well, thanks for watching, have a good one.